win, go win, go win, go win, go win, win, go win.
Let's go to the NFC divisional round matchup as Matthew Stafford and the L.A Rams beat Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears 20-17 in overtime. For the Rams, Matthew Stafford, he went 20 for 42. He threw for 258 passing yards. For the Bears, Caleb Williams, he went 23 for 42. He threw for 257 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions as the Rams advance to the NFC Championship game for the first time since the 2021 NFL season, the year they won the Super Bowl. So, my reaction to the Rams 20-17 win over the Bears Sunday night in Chicago was the Rams won this game because they played good, clean football against the Chicago Bears. When I look at the stat sheet in this game between the Rams and the Bears were better on third down than the Rams were. The Bears had more first downs than the Rams had. The Bears had more rushing yards than the Rams had. The Bears had more passing yards than the Rams had. And the Bears had more total yards than the Rams had in this football game. So you would think the Bears would have won this particular game considering they dominated the stat sheet over the Rams. But the Rams played good, clean football. The Rams only had 1 penalty for 5 yards in this game. The Rams had 0 turnovers in this game. And the Rams had 0 drops in the cold. 0 drops in this game. And I also felt like the Rams defense, they got timely stops when they needed to in this particular game. There were multiple instances where the Bears were in 4th and 2 or less situations, and the Rams defense won the battle against the Bears offense. This is the Bears on 4th and 2 or less in this game against the Rams. They were 1 for 4, which was 25%. They averaged 0.75 yards per play and had 1 turnover on 4th and 2 or less. And the NFL average is 65% conversion percentage in this situation, in 4th and 2 or less. So the Rams defense won the battle against the Bears offense in those short yardage situations. Also, I thought Sean McVay made a key adjustment in the 4th quarter in this game. In the first 3 quarters, Rams running back Kyren Williams, he only had 7 carries for 34 rushing yards. He finished the game with 21 carries for 87 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. So I feel like Sean McVay made a key adjustment because coming into this game, I said that the Rams offense with Matthew Stafford, Devontae Adams, and Puka Nacua, they were going to throw a party against that Bears secondary because I said the Rams receivers were better than the Bears secondary. But I have to give credit to Bears defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, because the Bears, their defense were making plays. They were making plays in this particular game. And I thought defensive coordinator Dennis Allen's unit, they did a tremendous job against Stafford, McVay, and the Rams offense. Seriously. And Jaquan Brisker, he was flying all over the field. 8 total tackles in this game. He had a sack as well. The Bears defense, they were able to sack Matthew Stafford 4 times in this game. But I thought the adjustment of the night was Sean McVay, instead of having Stafford throw the football all over the field, his approach was different in the fourth quarter, and he ran the football with his star running back, Kyren Williams. And I thought that was the biggest difference in the game. That was the biggest difference. And for the game, the Rams, they finished the game with 111 rushing yards. Kyren Williams specifically in this game, he had 87 of those 111 rushing yards. And Blake Corum had 6 carries for 19 rushing yards, so he helped as well. So I thought that adjustment by Sean McVay was pivotal in this playoff game. And I thought in overtime, when the Rams got the interception off of Caleb Williams, I thought Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams did a tremendous job making some plays. Puka Nacua also had a reception on that last drive by the Rams. But that one throw and catch, Stafford to Adams specifically, on that last possession for the Rams, up the left sideline, that was a sick throw from Stafford and a sick catch from Devontae Adams up the left sideline. I mean, Devontae had to get his feet down and maintain possession on that particular play. That was a great play from Stafford and Adams. And I felt like the Rams made the key pivotal plays in this football game to beat the Bears. We talk about it all the time in these playoff games. These teams, majority of the times, they are evenly matched. And so the game is going to come down to 3 to 5 plays in the football game. And I believe the Rams were able to make those key pivotal plays in this particular football game, and the Bears were not. And I think that was the biggest difference in the game. I mean, to have only 1 penalty, 0 turnovers, 0 drops in the cold, Sean McVay had his team prepared, and the Rams, they were the more disciplined football team in this particular game. And so now they advance to the conference championship for the first time since the 2021 NFL season. On the flip side, when it comes to Caleb Williams and how I feel about Caleb Williams as a quarterback, I'm looking at a Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams this season, he's had 7 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime this season for the Chicago Bears. And Caleb Williams in the Bears' 31-27 win over the Packers in the wild card round, Caleb Williams had 361 passing yards. That's the most in a playoff game in Bears history. But Caleb Williams is very inconsistent. Caleb Williams in 2 playoff games this year for the Bears, he has 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 618 passing yards, completing only 52% of his passes. I'm listening to analysts talk about Caleb Williams and his tremendous talent and how great of a throw that was at the end of regulation that helped the Bears tie the game up. All the analysts are talking about this great throw from Caleb Williams. He threw the football to the left side of the end zone to Cole Kmet. Everyone's talking about that and talking about how great Caleb Williams is and how Caleb Williams could be the best player in the NFL at some point in his career. And I'm thinking to myself, this dude had more interceptions than touchdowns in 2 playoff games. Caleb Williams had 6 moments this year where he struggled. So it's Caleb Williams this year, right? In the playoffs, Caleb Williams, 5 interceptions. Jordan Love only had 6 interceptions all all season as Packers quarterback. Only 6. And Caleb Williams had 5 interceptions in 2 playoff games for the Bears. So everyone's talking about how great Caleb Williams is, and Caleb Williams does have talent. Don't get me wrong. He has talent. He can make all the throws. And he is physically gifted at the quarterback position. But that throw that he made at the end of regulation in the fourth quarter for the Bears, to me, was it great physical ability? Yes. But it was also a little bit of luck. It was a little bit of luck. Like, I still can't understand for the life of me what defensive back Durant was doing for the Rams. I don't understand for the life of me Kobe Durant, what he was doing. Like, all you have to do is stay attached to Cole Kmet, and that pass is incomplete because it's going to be deflected. I don't know what Kobe Durant was doing. Kobe Durant played great in this game. He had 2 interceptions. But on that particular play, I don't understand for the life of me how you lose Cole Kmet. I don't understand. Now, you can say Cole Kmet bullied Kobe Durant, but I feel like you can't lose Cole Kmet in that situation. So, to me, I'm hearing all these analysts talk about Caleb Williams and how great of a quarterback Caleb Williams is going to be. And I know it's Caleb Williams' only 2nd season of his career. But I believe Bo Nix and Drake May in their 2nd seasons as quarterbacks, they've outperformed Caleb. I thought Bo Nix in the divisional round matchup against the Bills, he outplayed Josh Allen, and I think Bo Nix in his 1 playoff game, and it's sad because Bo Nix now is out for the season for the Broncos, but I thought in that playoff game, I thought Bo Nix played better against the Bills than Caleb Williams played against the Packers or the Rams. And again, I'm hearing all these analysts talk about Caleb Williams and Caleb Williams' ability, and Caleb Williams is the next Patrick Mahomes, and there's going to be a point where Caleb Williams could be the best player in the NFL. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, this dude had 5 interceptions in 2 playoff games for the Chicago Bears. Jordan Love only had 6 interceptions the entire 2025 NFL season. Only 6. And Caleb had 5 in 2 playoff games. 5. Let me, again, read y'all Caleb Williams' stat line in the playoffs. 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 618 passing yards, completing 52% of his passes. 52% of his passes. So to me, sometimes Caleb Williams' accuracy comes and goes, and I feel like Caleb struggles throwing the football from the pocket. Now, when he gets outside the pocket, Caleb Williams is elite. He's elite throwing the football outside of the pocket. But if you can keep Caleb Williams inside the pocket, I believe Caleb struggles throwing the football inside the pocket. Now, Ben Johnson is going to help Caleb Williams in the offseason in his development as a quarterback. So, yes, Caleb can get better and improve at the quarterback position for the Chicago Bears. But right now, I believe Jordan Love is a better quarterback than Caleb Williams is. So, yes, I'm making this personal because the Packers-Bears rivalry is personal now between these 2 teams. Ben Johnson has made this rivalry personal again because before Ben Johnson arrived in Chicago, there was a time where the Packers had beaten the Bears 9 straight times. 9 straight times. And Brett Favre was 23-13 against the Bears. Aaron Rodgers was 24-5 against the Bears. And Matt LaFleur had dominated the rivalry against the Chicago Bears as Packers head coach. So Ben Johnson has made this rivalry personal between himself and Matt LaFleur and the Bears and the Packers. So yes, I'm talking about specifically Caleb Williams and Jordan Love. And to me, Jordan Love is still a better quarterback than Caleb Williams is. And this year, and because one of those matchups, Jordan Love went out with a concussion. But in the 2 games where Jordan Love played, Jordan Love outplayed Caleb Williams. He outplayed him. And again, in 2 playoff games, Caleb had 5 interceptions. In the regular season, as Packers quarterback, Jordan Love only had 6 interceptions for the entire season. So I think Jordan Love's still the better quarterback, but Caleb does have tremendous upside, and the Bears are a team to be reckoned with in the NFC North moving forward. But, man, I've been hearing all these analysts talk about Caleb and everything, but the Rams, they advanced to the conference championship game for the first time since 2021, the year that they won the Super Bowl. Rams beat the Bears 20-17 in overtime in the Windy City. And they will face off against the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle in the conference championship game next week on Fox.